Welcome back to the channel. This is your first time here. Welcome to Messy World. I appreciate you taking your time out to spend your time with me. Alright, so everyone is talking about When They See Us, which is a Netflix series that was directed by Ava DuVernay. And this series is so powerful that if you have not seen it yet, I will encourage you to go ahead and see it if you can, because it is just so powerful. It just will spark so much emotion in you, raw emotion. And I'm pretty sure that you have seen or heard someone's response to the series. So as you may know, When They See Us tells the story of Kevin Richardson, Raymond Santana, Antron McCray, Yusef Salaam, and Corey Wise, 5 young men which are known as the Central Park Five. And it's about their story, how they were falsely accused and falsely convicted as teenagers for the rape and brutal beating of a jogger in Central Park. Okay, so Linda Fairstein has been receiving a lot of backlash, as she should, because Linda Fairstein, who at the time was the chief of the Manhattan District Attorney's Sex Crime Unit, and after this incident happened, she was widely viewed as a law enforcement hero. Okay, and she became one of the first leaders of the Manhattan District Attorney's Sex Crime Unit. Okay, and so she became known as one of the best prosecutors in the country, and she went on to have a successful career as a crime novelist and a celebrity former prosecutor. And she has appeared on high-profile panels and boards. So she has had a successful career and a successful life. But ever since this Netflix series, When They See Us, came out, she has become synonymous with what is wrong with the justice system and how 4 Black and 1 Latino teenager can go to prison for committing a horrific rape. Okay, so as you see in the series When They See Us, Miss Linda Fairstein, she was the driving force behind the case. She was urging the prosecutors on who had doubt, but she urged them to garner their testimonies, which they were able to use against them in the court system. They had nothing else. They had no DNA. They had no physical evidence, no physical proof, nothing tying these young men to the rape scene, to the event, nothing. But because of Linda Fairstein urging the prosecutor, urging the investigators on, they interrogated the young men for hours upon end. They interrogated them without their parents being in the presence. They held them without food, without water for hours. And it was all Linda Fairstein who was behind it. As you know, Linda Fairstein is played by Felicity Huffman, who, as you know, committing the Harvard school scandal. So Linda Fairstein has, gone on and been able to have a successful career. And even after it came out in 2002, after the man who committed the actual crime, Mateus Reyes, surfaced and came forward, and he confessed in 2002 to committing the crime. Miss Fairstein continued to write books, and she continued to serve on important boards even after the convictions were overturned. Alright, and so she really did not take any responsibility and accountability for her role in the wrongful conviction. So since this has come out, many people have been upset about it, and they want to hold her accountable for this. And so the hashtag cancel Linda Fairstein has sparked online petitions, and many people have called for a boycotting of her books and her removal from prominent board position. Okay, so people have been dragging her, and also this caused her to go ahead and remove her Twitter account because she could not handle the pressure. And she has since resigned this week from boards of several organizations, including Safe Horizon and the Joyful Heart Foundation, which aid victims of sexual violence. And she has also resigned from her position on board at Vassar College. So now, since this backlash has come out, Linda Fairstein did not use social media to make a statement, but she did make a statement to the New York Post. She said, "I do not want to become a lightning rod to inflict damage on this organization because of those now attacking my record of fighting for social justice for more than 45 years. She added that she was sorry to the staff at Safe Horizon, and she also told the president of Vassar College that given the recent widespread debate over her role in the Central Park case, she believed that her continuing as a board member would be harmful to Vassar College. So Yusef Salaam has said that even 30 30 years later, Linda Fairstein needs to pay for her crime. And I would totally agree with that. All right. So Salam and Santana are supporting the boycott. All right. That's what they told TMZ regarding the backlash that Linda Fairstein is experiencing. Now, Linda Fairstein has even went so far as to call When They See Us a basket of lies. That's what she told the Daily Beast. She called the show a totally and completely untrue picture of event and my participation. And she said that, including putting words in my mouth that I never said in Oliver Stone fashion. Well, Ava DuVernay has told the Daily Beast that she reached out to Linda Fairstein while making the series, but that Fairstein had demanded script approval. Fairstein, however, said her lawyer sent the filmmaker a letter detailing the public record of the case, but that she never got a response. Linda Fairstein has accused DuVernay of orchestrating the public campaign against her. Fairstein told the Daily Beast that Ava DuVernay is behind it. Her lies are all behind it. Now, Netflix has not responded to the comment that Linda Fairstein has made, and then Linda Fairstein has not responded to multiple requests for comment. So she's continuing to say that When They See Us is a basket of lies, but now she's just saying that because the backlash is coming down on her, because as you know, even after these men were exonerated in 2002 and their lives were set free, it was not widely known that they were set free, and most people's attention was no longer on their case. So now more people are becoming aware of this case, and they are actually becoming aware of all the intricate details that were behind it. And so it's a good thing that Amazon and all other book retailers should remove her books. The petition is on change.org, and the petition now has over 111,000 signatures, and they're trying to reach 150,000 signatures. The petition says Linda Fairstein achieved her fame and fortune through her wild imagination and at the expense of 5 innocent children's pain. Let's start off with why this petition was started. Linda Fairstein led a witch hunt against 5 teenage boys. Even though the physical evidence didn't support her theory, she raged on with one goal in mind, and that was to get a conviction at any expense, even the lives of teenage boys. She led the hunt that fundamentally changed these men's lives forever and unfairly tarnished their reputation. She could almost say she hunted these boys for their lives, and after securing the conviction she wanted and the spotlight being off the case, Linda decided to do what she does best: tell stories. She became a fictional true crime writer, once again using that imagination. I believe it to be fact that she's led this whole entire crusade out of the aspiration of financial gain, knowing the media coverage the case would generate, and knowing if she secured a conviction regardless of the evidence, her book career on true crime, her career field would flourish. I believe her actions were led by her greed and desire to be relevant, maybe even famous. I believe these character flaws of hers led to her knowingly convicting and wrongfully hunt these boys into a conviction, and because of her shameful past, I am starting a petition to ask all retailers and book publishers to stop selling Linda Fairstein books or any product that has ties to her. All right, so that is the petition that is asking for Linda Fairstein's books to be removed from all retailers, including Amazon. So if you get an opportunity, go ahead and sign that petition. Yusuf Salam has signed the petition, so he does support. But on another positive note, as you know, since they were exonerated, the men were able to sue New York City for malicious prosecution, racial discrimination, emotional distress, which the case was settled for $41 million in 2014. Okay, and as you will see in this mini series, it shows you that the men have been able to go on and do positive things with their life. Many of them have married and had many children. All right, and so how When They See Us came about was Raymond Santana was the one who reached out to Ava DuVernay in 2015, and he asked her if her next film could possibly be about the Central Park 5. And so Raymond Santana was what sparked When They See Us. And so if you want to support in another way, other than signing a petition, Raymond Santana has his own t-shirt brand, which he has named Park Madison NYC, named after his upbringing in his home. And many of the proceeds for his t-shirts brand will be going towards the Innocence project. Corey Wise, who was the oldest of the Central Park Five, his time in prison was very devastating, as he was the only one who was tried as an adult in the situation, and so he was legally allowed to be questioned by the detectives without the supervision of a parent or guardian. And also, you will see in When They See, as Corey Wise did struggle with hearing issues and a learning disability, so he served time in an adult prison. He served time in Rikers Island, which is the infamous New York City jail. It shows in When They See Us that he was thrown into the prison with a group of adult criminals, and he was subject to great violence and abuse during his time there in the other federal prisons that he spent time. Okay, so Corey has said that there really is no Central Park 5. It was actually 4+1, and Corey Wise has been able, to go on and do some great things with his life. He received the greatest portion of the $41 million settlement. He received $12.2 million. And so what he is able to do today, he is a public speaker and a criminal justice activist. In 2015, he donated $190,000 to the University of Colorado's chapter of the Innocence Project, and he was able to change that name to the Corey Wise Innocent Project at Colorado law in his honor. So despite the fact that Corey Wise only got thrown into the whole situation because he was supporting his friend, Corey Wise, who is now 46, has been able to keep a positive attitude, and he is standing with the 4 other men in the Central Park 5, and he is living his life to help those who have been wrongly convicted and to fight for justice for those that have been wronged by a broken criminal justice system. So it's a beautiful story in the end, the fact that these men got justice, and I'm thankful for that. And it just goes to show you that what the devil meant for evil, God can turn around and make it for good. And these men, they're using their story to spark positive change in our community, and they're also using their lives to move forward and make positive of a situation that was very devastating. And if you have not seen the documentary yet, When They See Us, please go and see the documentary. Alright, so let us know in the comment section how you felt after you watched this documentary. Were you touched, and what do you think about our justice system and what can be done to improve our justice system? Because clearly it is flaws in the justice system that caused these young men, just teenagers, just boys, to spend 10 to 12 years of their life in prison, and they were just done so wrong. And it really brought tears to my eyes as a mother of a son to watch it and to see what they experienced. And if you're a mother of a son, then you can imagine how that must have felt to see your son be ripped out of your possession and to have to visit him in a juvenile corrections center or a prison. And this woman, Linda Fairstein, is behind it. She pushed it, and she continues to push that narrative to this day. She has no remorse. So thanks for watching. Leave a comment. Please like, share, and subscribe for more messy entertainment.